What up, what up?
Hello. What up?
Hell yeah.
What up, everybody?
My bad about the constant buffers, I guess. That's just gonna have to be a thing. Fuck, if I had seen that I would have restarted the router or something before the stream.
You know
But I
what
didn't
I
catch it.
realized what I forgot to do?
What?
I hope I don't change. I forgot to put my Bills jacket behind.
Ooh, they did win,
I'm
didn't they? I didn't forget
gonna get
anything.
it.
Shit.
I'm gonna have to go grab it real quick.
Go ahead, I'll
You
vamp.
do what you do. I don't know what it's
I'll
called.
vamp.
Vamp. Go vamp. BRB.
3 weeks in a row I taught her what this word is. She still don't fucking know it. Yeah, so here we are. Week 6 already. Got some fucking cool shit coming up in tonight's show. As you see in the title, Brutal Hits is going to be a flying edition this week. Af don't even know about this shit. I don't think she's seen the title. But what that means is I decided to kind of have a bit of a, hey, let's make this a fun thing since we flew back from Montana this past weekend. And while we were flying, all the games were happening. So what better way to dedicate the section of Brutal Hits to flying than having a flying edition? What that's going to mean is all of the hits are going to somehow leave the players airborne in one fashion or another. It's a good time.
I just gotta say, okay, I'm wearing my Phillies hat. This is the Phillies hat, for those of you who don't know, because right now they are playing the first game of the championship.
All right.
Just let me know. I didn't want people to get it confused with the Eagles. Or,
Well,
no,
let me just make sure that no one thinks this is a Raiders hat or anything. You know, we gotta just make sure this is the right thing.
Homies for that.
Hell yeah! Shout outs to Red Thunder 406.
Yes.
But anyway,
I just want to say how much of a great host and like Blazing.
I was just about to say that. Hell yeah! Shout outs to all the Montana homies.
Yes.
Fucking,
even Mama Dukes.
Especially Mama Dukes.
Yes.
Oh my God, we miss those guys so much.
Yes, we miss you guys already.
But it was a good time.
Yes, blast.
Hell yeah. So yeah, what else are we gonna talk about today? We got the Brutal Hits, Afton's Out Cheer Player of the Week. And like I mentioned earlier, we were airborne while all the games were happening. So we didn't really get to watch most of them live. We had to just kind of catch up with clips and highlights and storylines and stuff like that. But we still put together, I think, a decent show for today. So hey, Ghoul.
Hey.
What up, Nutsack?
What up?
What's going on, homie? But yeah, so a lot of cool things this week. Some big upsets, some big wins.
Yeah, some big upsets
for some teams. Ooh. Big wins. Yeah, why don't we get into it, right?
We going right into it? We jumping.
Yeah, let's
right
get into it. Let's get it. 6-0. All right, man. All right. So right away, we're gonna do a little bit more vamping about this week's games. Right away, though, I want to point something out. Shout outs to my co-host, Sweet Aries, aka Afton, for coming up with the brilliant idea of, hey, why don't we have like all the scores listed before we get into talking about the games? This way people could see all the scores right away and they'll just know who won, who didn't win, and then we could talk about them. I'm like, that's fucking brilliant. That's exactly what we'll do.
Who won? And because I mean, I'm sure some of you guys are supporting the homies and don't really watch football or who won. Like, so here we are to provide that for you.
Is it that bad, Fresco? Is it that fucking bad? Shit. Yeah, this is probably going to be a little rough.
Okay. Well, we can make this if you want to, since we're dropped. Like, it's not doing good right now. I'm
gonna kill this. I'm gonna kill the virtual cam. That's the thing in Discord, so you'll just have to watch with delay. That might help.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, like I was saying, she came up with the idea to have all the scores listed up here before we got into the games. On top of that, she came up with an even better idea at the last minute to where we should have the scores listed as well as the division records for each division. So you can kind of see everyone's record, where they stand in a division, all the division standings, as well as the week's scores. Really good idea. So I'll have to put something together a little bit better next week. But fucking shout outs to her because that's brilliant. Next week, though. Yeah, good job. Good job. So yeah, let's just go over some of these scores real quick. Falcons, 49ers. Nutsack, I know you're here, dog. Nutsack's a Falcons fan. He's got to be pretty pumped about his team this week. I want to talk a little bit about them. We got some clips for that game. Patriots over the Browns. Not really a whole lot to talk about there, at least that I couldn't see any reason to. Jets over the Packers. We'll talk about that very briefly right now. Holy shit, both New York teams are fucking doing well right now. What the hell is happening? Both New York teams beat the Packers week after week. Like, what is happening? So that's kind of crazy. Shout outs to Sauce Gardner of the New York Jets. He's the rookie, their first round pick. He is a defensive player. He's a secondary player, and he's been absolutely killing it since the beginning. He's a really good player. So that's cool. Talk about the Broncos almost winning. Oh, for sure. We don't have clips of that. Not for the game, at least, to talk about the game. We might have a clip of that game, later on in a segment. But anyway, the Colts over the Jaguars. That game we do have clips for because what a game. You wouldn't expect it, but Colts and Jaguars was kind of crazy. I wish I could have watched that one live.
Yeah.
Vikings over the Dolphins. It's a shame, but the Dolphins are just falling apart at the seams as far as, quarterback injuries.
Dolphins. We got good news on the horizon. Tua's supposed to be coming back.
Tua's coming back
this Sunday.
Yep. Hopefully he's going to be all right. He could definitely help.
It's been a couple weeks. I think, I think they definitely did prolonged it, because usually, if I remember correctly, people get a concussion and maybe they're out a week, maybe 2 at the most.
Yeah, they have to go through concussion protocol, and I think it's once you pass that protocol, you're allowed to return. And prior to Tua getting injured, that was, a little bit more leisurely, I guess. It was just a little softer restrictions, a lot less limited. Now they put a little bit more to it, so they're required to be out a little longer. Anyway, let's move on. Bengals over the Saints. Nothing really too surprising there other than the score. Joe Burrow fucking put on a hell of a game, kind of carried the team a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe he might be the out-year player of the week later. We'll see. Next game. What's this? Wait a minute. No, that can't be right. Do my eyes deceive me? Does that say the New York Giants beat the Baltimore Ravens? That can't be right.
Can I just say something?
That can't fucking be right.
Can I just say something about this? So, okay,
when shit.
we were getting ready to land. We were what is it called? Descending? Is that what they say when you're getting ready? So we were descending, and I turned on my mobile. I'm like, all right, we're close to Philly land, and let me see if I can get data so I can check the scores. So I get it. I'm able to get the score, and I think there was 2.5 minutes left, and the Giants were winning, but the Ravens had the ball. Was that how it was?
The Giants were winning, and the Giants had the ball, actually. Or maybe the Ravens did have it, or something like that. Yeah.
Well, I thought because you were freaking out, because then, we're looking at the score, and then, the data stops. We can't get data, or and then it feels like it takes forever for us.
And then on top of that,
checking.
And then on top of that, I kept getting text messages from Nutsack, from another guy, another Eagles fan I'm friends with, for some reason. And they're all sending me the same shit, like, holy shit, this is unbelievable. Wow, this is crazy. Matt Ryan, bro. Nutsack, we're going to talk about it. Don't worry, I promise. You're going to love what we got to say about shit today. Holy fuck. But yeah, Giants are 5-1. That's kind of nutty. Tom Brady lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers, because there's no sense in saying Tampa Bay Buccaneers, because Tom Brady's the only one that showed up that game.
And you know what? Because like Lyle said, or like Carnage said, sorry, like Carnage said in the beginning, we were flying back home from Montana, and so I don't know what happened, but Trubisky was in when he was the backup, because they had Kenny Pickett.
Oh, I found out what happened. Kenny Pickett got hurt.
He did get hurt. Wow.
Yeah.
Is he out? Do you know?
I didn't see the severity of the injuries. I did see that he got hurt though.
Gotcha.
So yeah, just Steelers defense apparently carried them there. Not a surprise here. Panthers lose against the Rams. And the Cardinals lose to the Seahawks. That's a bit of a surprise, but Geno Smith is doing his thing. And like Blaze said, no one likes Kyler Murray. Why the fuck not, man? That dude gets no support, and it sucks because
he doesn't like it. I feel bad for him. They always on him, no matter what. He can have a perfect game. He could whoop Tom Brady's ass. I'm just saying, and they would still find something.
They would find something.
You know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here's something I didn't notice until just now. Listen to this. What's this? The Bills beat the Chiefs 24-20. The Giants beat the Ravens 24-20. How funny is that? We both won crazy games with the same score.
And the wildest thing is like, so you weren't watching the game. I think you were setting up your computer, so I was watching it at my mom's, and Patrick Mahomes had the ball, and there was like it was under 2 minutes, and they were close to the end zone, to the red zone, and like he threw an interception. So like, I mean, it came down to the wire.
Yeah. You know? And then the last game, not many people care about this one, but Cowboys lost to the Eagles 26-17. Eagles are 6-0. Eagles
he
are
was
6-0.
undefeated with the Eagles, and now he's defeated. I seen a meme of that today. That was funny.
Anyway,
Prescott's back next week, though. I did hear that on.
Dak Prescott's back?
Yes, next week. Yep, I did hear that on the radio, on talk radio today.
Who are they playing?
Oh my, are they playing the Ravens? I think they might be playing the Ravens. Go home, I think. Yeah, because
Lions.
The Lions. Okay.
All right. So anyway, let's hop into some games. He shouldn't be a shitty human being then. What did he do to be a shitty human being?
What happened?
Oh fuck! Is there news? Is there breaking news?
Are you giving
Do we
us
not know?
breaking news, Blaze?
Blaze, can you hear me, Blaze? It might be like fucking delayed 10 minutes. Let's see.
I'm watching it on my, because I don't have it on the computer. It was bugging me out. I have it on my phone.
I don't see anything.
And it is delayed.
I don't see anything. Ravens are signing veteran wide receiver Deshaun Jackson. I thought he was done.
Wait.
Deshaun Jackson, the old Eagles, Deshaun Jackson.
Okay. And then wasn't he in Kansas City too?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, with Andy Reid again, right?
When they won the Super Bowl.
Maybe. He was injured, I think, though.
Because he won the Super Bowl with the Eagles, and then he won a Super Bowl with Kansas City.
All right. So let's move on. So next we have the clips, and the first one to have the show is none other than the Jacksonville Jaguars, and we have fucking sound on all of them like a dum-dum, but the Jaguars and Colts. So the reason I wanted to start with this one is because, god damn, this team has heart. Both of these teams have heart. It's wild, man. This is a cool game to kind of catch all the highlights for and everything, because both of these teams played with so much fucking heart. Like, neither of these teams are really there yet, right? They're working it out. The Colts are kind of figuring things out with their new offense. Yeah, they got a new quarterback. They got a whole lot of new pieces in play there, and they're trying to figure it out. Trevor Lawrence is trying to come into his own as an NFL quarterback. He's still figuring things out. He's got a new coach. He's got some new weapons. So, like, there's a lot of fucking shit that's still new to these guys. They're really trying to find their identities, and fuck, they're right there. But both of them are playing with all of the fucking passion you could ask for in a football team. So that's why I wanted to cover this game specifically, because it was just fucking crazy to watch.
Yeah. Wild. I think especially Jacksonville, I think we're gonna have to watch out for them. They're up and coming, and Trevor Lawrence, man. Whew.
I have to reset. I have to rewind this a little bit. First, I want to answer Blaze's question. It'll be, well, not a question, but it'll be interesting to see what the Eagles can do against a full health Dak Prescott. I have to agree with Blaze to an extent. What'll be more interested in is to see how shitty Dak Prescott actually is, and hopefully people will start to fucking realize it now. Real quick, though, I hope Cassie's watching, and I hope you're watching now too, Af, because I want to show you guys something here. Watch this play here. So he gets the sack, the Colts, the defender. And look what happens. Look what he does. Is that a shoveling motion he does? Is that? No, it doesn't look so cringe when a fucking multi-million-dollar defensive lineman is doing it, right?
I can't say because it's delayed.
Oh, shit. Well, anyway. Oh, fuck. No, I seen that. I had to talk about it. But yeah, like I was saying, both of these teams were just crazy. Trevor Lawrence ended up being kind of fantastic in terms of stats. I shouldn't say fantastic. He was good for losing the game. He completed 20 passes of 22 attempts. He went 20 for 22. He missed 2 passes. the whole game. Got 165 yards, not a ton, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. So no mistakes, just, did what he could. Also ran the ball 6 times for an additional 23 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. He contributed 3 of the touchdowns that the Jacksonville Jaguars had in their 27 points. So, I mean, he got all the touchdowns for the Jaguars by himself. He did everything he could to win this game. They just, like I said, they're just not right there yet. And the Colts, Colts are playing with some heart, man.
Yeah, they look like shit. And then you have Jonathan Taylor, who's out. He was everyone's first.
And he wasn't even doing anything neither at first.
He wasn't doing shit. And then he got hurt.
That was cringe. Hell yeah. Still cringe. Good. That's called content. Blaze taught me that. Anyway, so yeah. Fucking crazy game. Matt Ryan has some crazy stats too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Getting back to what Nutsack was talking about. We'll get to those later though. Maybe there's a certain segment that we'll see a return of Matt Ryan later on in the show. But for right now, why don't we talk about the Bills and Chiefs game a little bit? Fuck, I fucking forgot to mute it again. I suck. So Bills and Chiefs, man, I wish I could have watched this game. This was on literally as we were driving home from the airport. We were listening to it on the radio. That was kind of cool.
Yeah. Like, it was a little bit too late because we were like literally less than 5 minutes from home.
Yeah.
But.
And then, like you said, you went to your mom's house, and then I had a ton of shit to do, so I couldn't really get a chance to watch it either. But man, from what I understand, just crazy fucking defensive game.
Yeah, back and forth.
Affy looking cute also. Hell yeah, she is. Hi, Cassie. You two are adorable.
Looking to the right, I have it on my phone because we're having some technical issues.
Oh, the chat. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can see the chat. I look at my phone, so you'll see me glance down.
But yeah, so the Chiefs and Bills here. From what I understand, it was a pretty defensive game. It was just like basically coming down to, I don't know, just what defenses would slip up in time for these amazing quarterbacks to fucking capitalize,
And this isn't, obviously, this is probably not going to be the last time we face them.
Yeah, that's what's exciting about these two. These guys are kind of becoming like the new, so not too long ago, it was the Colts and the Patriots that were constantly battling each other in the AFC of all places too. Not division rivals or anything like that, just that they're rivals based merely on the fact that they meet each other in the playoffs year after year after year. Because it was Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady. Well, now it's Josh Allen versus fucking Patrick Mahomes, Kermit the Frog. So like,
here.
So like, it's cool to see that again.
What I'm talking about.
Yeah. Seeing rivalries that have developed purely out of how many times they play each other in the playoffs are just fun. They're just fun to watch because that you're getting top tier fucking teams.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're playing at their highest level.
Hell yeah.
And that's what makes football, like watching games like that. Like the best game that I've ever watched was last year during the playoffs was between them two. Like that was.
I got news for you.
Exciting.
That might be the best game I ever watched. I've been watching for a hell of a lot longer. No, not trying to say anything here, but just saying like the amount of games that I've seen versus the amount of games you've seen. You're saying it's the best game you've ever watched. Yeah. Like, oh, whatever. You've only been watching for 2 years. I've been watching a lot fucking longer. That still might be the best game I ever watched. That shit was crazy.
I'm just thankful that I'm into football and I got to witness that.
Hell yeah.
Got to witness greatness.
Hell yeah.
And appreciate it.
And it's your team, the team that you picked, long before that ever fucking happened. Hell yeah.
That's the cherry on the top. I mean, granted, we lost, but
I mean, it was still. Back, And was I right in saying that moment right there is what made you like the diehard Bills fan? Because it's like when you lose and you feel that loss with now your team, that's an important loss that you just felt like it hurts. It hurts to watch as a big time sports fan. Yeah.
Like punching the gut. And I like go and now I know this football. I'm gonna go to baseball real quick. It's like right now, I'm so excited, but at the same time, I'm so anxious and nervous. My Phillies are in the championship game, and the next step is the World Series. So like I'm, that, and if they lose, I'm probably gonna shed a tear. I'm gonna shed a tear if they win too. So
I want to point this out. Patrick Mahomes gets the ball very little time left. in the first half here. And kind of like last year in the playoffs, he just goes right down the field, no problem, gets the fucking play he needs to get off. 1 second left, calls a timeout. Out comes Butker, the kicker, first week back from injury for a 62-yard attempt. Now, let me explain something to y'all. I'm pretty sure the record is either 64 or 65 yards. This is only a couple yards off of that. This is definitely Butker's biggest attempt ever. And he fucking nails it and makes it. Granted, this is just a halftime. This is right before half. So this is just to give you an idea of like, man, it was wild. This game was just so fucking close the entire time. But what a fucking pop-off moment right there. They just love the hell out of that. That's cool. So yeah, Bills pull away with the victory. Yep. 24-20 over the Chiefs. Let's move on to the one that I'm sure Blazy wants to see. Cowboys and the Eagles.
Yes, Blaze, they are. It's right now, and I have alerts on my phone. Right now, it is 0-0, and they are at the top of the second.
Thrilling. Anyway, Eagles and Cowboys. Fucking, man, let me tell you something. I was watching this game, and it felt so conflicted because normally I just want these games to end in a tie. I want them to just go in there and just completely just ruin both teams' chances of doing anything positive, right? So if it just ends in a nice even tie, I can be happy. That was not the case here. These are two division rivals of the Giants. That's why I'm so interested in it. But in this scenario, the Eagles are undefeated, 5-0. Cowboys go into this game 4-1, which means they could potentially win this game, be 5-1, make the Eagles 5-1, all tied with the Giants at 5-1. So I was very interested in just bringing that whole division that much closer. But like every other person that's rooted for the Cowboys in the last 20 years, I ended up being as disappointed as I could possibly fucking be in this team. So
funny thing about this game is that so they played in Philly, and my dad was picking us up from the airport. Mm-hmm. And he texted me and said he was running late because when he was going to the airport, they stopped traffic on the highway on 95 so Dallas Cowboys bus could get to the stadium. The traffic was wild, like seeing all the people and stuff as
that shit was crazy. Yeah, that shit gets crazy. Philly traffic is nuts. Philly traffic is nuts. We should have took pictures of that. I don't know why the fuck we didn't take pictures of that. We should have took pictures of that and fucking. Can you hear her echoing? Holy shit.
What?
Good call. Nutsack says he can hear you echoing because of the door being open. That's a good call.
Thanks.
Shut your damn door. See, that's the kind of shit we need, Nutsack. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Can I point something out though? I didn't really want to go off on a tangent here, but goddamn it, I have to. Cassie says, "Man, that game was disappointing." Referring to the Eagles-Cowboys game. Too many goddamn interceptions. Do you know what that means? They was watching that game. And I mean, I'm sure Blaze was. That's not that much of a surprise. But the fact that Cassie was getting into it, that's her team, you know? So, like, Cassie, are you an Eagles fan now? Is that what happened? Did you just see that and go, fuck this? I don't want to like these fucking scrubs.
Cooper Rush did, like, what? He threw, like, 3 or 4 interceptions, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was wild. Mm-hmm. I think Jalen Hurts threw, like, 1 or 2.
Very proud, Cassie. Look at that. Fucking... only guest we ever had, and they ended up becoming like the next Hail Mary analyst. It's fucking dope.
You guys might just have to join us like every week.
So yeah, Eagles ended up fucking dominating early on in this game. The Cowboys started to mount a little bit of a comeback, but just ultimately
their defense couldn't win it for them.
Yeah. I mean, look at this. It was 20-3. I mean, they started coming back. Here was the real big crazy play that kind of sparked it all, the Ezekiel Elliott run for the touchdown. And then, after that, they really started just taking away the momentum, and it was working, but then it wasn't.
I feel bad for Ezekiel Elliott. He was
Fuck him.
The number one. I'm just saying, like, he was the number one guy, him and Dak, and now it's like, okay.
Fuck Dak like, too. Both of them overrated as a motherfucker.
He doesn't do anything. Now it's Pollard.
Elliott was a good. He did good this game. You're right. You're right about that, Blazy. I don't want to take that away. That's a great.
That's the first thing he's done in like forever. I feel like.
Yeah, but he hasn't done shit in a while. And on top of that, his first couple of years. Man, you could have put... Okay, before they got Zeke, they had someone damn it, I can't remember his name right now, but they had a running back here. Here's how unimportant he is. You remembered his name that year, DeMarco Murray. Is that right? I think that's right. So
DeMarcus Murray or
no,
like that?
I don't remember. Either way, he was a running back for the Cowboys. He had the most rushing yards that season. He ended up getting like all kind of fucking accolades for it. He had a crazy running year, right? That offseason, he gets traded to the Eagles. Eagles get him. For the next 2 years, he's like the worst running back in the league. And then after that, he just never fucking rebounds. Never has a good season again after that. Wow. The Cowboys' offensive line was so fucking good at the time, they could literally make superstars out of any running back that was back there. That's when they drafted Ezekiel Elliott. And I was trying to tell people that this dude ain't as good as you think he is. He has some, like, he's decent, don't get me wrong. He's just not worth the contract that they paid him. What was worth the contract?
Money, right?
Tons. What was worth the contract was the offensive lineman that they didn't pay and now are struggling for. So fun, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, there you go.
Yeah, Jerry Jones. I opened your AHA thinking I could like it, but after a few sips, I threw it away. Oh shit, really? So you know what you should have did, Blazy? No, you know what you do, man. I'm sorry to say it's a little too late. You could have just took a little bit of that Kool-Aid you got, put that shit right in there, stir it up a little bit. It's like fucking your own soda. I've done it before with the Mio squirts. That's pretty good too.
I tried
in seltzer. Yeah. Bad. But anyway, so yeah. Zeke is a little overrated. Pollard's their other running back. They kind of got like a running back by committee going on right now. Either Pollard or Zeke. Now. Yeah.
He's been their main one.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. But
they've been using, I don't know if you noticed, but like in some games so Pollard would run and then Zeke would be blocking. They would use 2 running backs. Zeke will be in the play, but he would block.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because he's a big dude too as well.
What's up, Slasher Cave?
What's up?
How's it going? But yeah, so Zeke is, I don't know. In my opinion, Zeke's a little overrated. Always has been. Would he do better on a different team? I mean, any running back will do better with a better offensive line, right? But yeah, I don't know. I could see someone else picking him up. If the Cowboys are smart, they'll trade him this offseason. That's what I'll say about that. But we'll see how it goes.
Because they have to pay Dak a lot of money.
Yeah. Speaking of running backs getting paid a lot of money, and speaking of running backs that do live up to their potential, and speaking of fucking amazing running backs, the New York Giants played the Ravens, including Saquon Barkley, who didn't do a whole lot, actually. He got like 80-something yards and a touchdown.
He got me some points. Like,
yeah, I mean, 80-something yards ain't nothing to sneeze at, but it's nothing like the 120, 130 he's been putting up week after week. According to Google, McFadden. No, that's not it. I'm pretty sure it was DeMarco Murray. Let's not Google it now. But yeah, so the Giants, again, I didn't get to see the game. I fucking wish I could have. From what I understand, looking at highlights, looking at some of the recaps on Reddit and shit like that, the Ravens kind of, you watch your fucking tongue, ma'am. Cassie said Barkley is overrated. You know, prior to this year, I'd have agreed with you.
Yeah.
Paid way too much for his contract. See, now you're showing your ass right now because
he doesn't have a contract.
No.
Well, he broke the contract. So this year he's up for a contract. So that's why you're seeing him play his ass off because he wants to make that money.
Yeah. So
he has a basic contract right now of what people sign when they get out of college.
I wish I knew how to clip. What did I do? There's a rookie contract that NFL players get when they first come into the league, when they're first drafted. And it's usually about 3 or 4 years. It's a nice ass, to be fair. Hell yeah. So it's usually 4 years. Sometimes they'll do 3 and just go, yeah, we don't want you anymore. In this case, they gave Barkley the full 4 years, and he was injured most of it is the problem. His first year, he was phenomenal. His second year, he got injured. His third year, he came back, but he wasn't 100%. He got injured again with an ankle sprain and shit like that. But this year, that motherfucker came back, and I'm telling you, it would surprise me if he doesn't win Comeback Player of the Year. So that's something that happens every year with football, where there's just a player that... What's that?
Would he be eligible? Was he out the whole season last year?
I don't think you have to be out for a whole season. I don't think that's the eligibility. I'm pretty sure you can...
So you could get injured, and then you can come back and play the rest of the season.
I don't even think you have to be injured. I think you just have to just not have a great time. You have to just be bad for a while. Whether if it's not producing stats because of injury or just because of poor playing or different team, whatever the case may be.
Be injured, because the 1 year Alex Smith got it when he
most of the time it goes to someone that was injured for a while and came back and did well. But Slasher Cave, we were happy to meet you as well, dude.
We were so happy to meet you.
It was a great time. Heck yeah. So Barkley is anything but overrated.
That spice chide cupcake.
Oh yeah, how was that cupcake? Did we hear any reviews about that?
I just thought of it. I'm curious. Well, more so for you.
So
I don't like that stuff.
One other thing I wanted to point out about the Giants game. There is a rookie that we have, Kayvon Thibodeau. And he's someone that is like... What's that?
He's your defensive player, right?
Yeah, he's a defensive lineman. He got drafted by us this year. He was the number 5 pick overall, number 3 pick overall. One of those. We had a 3rd pick and a 5th pick. So it's like he was one of those 2 picks. I think it was him first, then Evan Neal afterwards. Either way, he came out. He was kind of flashy, and I was just excited to see how he was going to play. He's a defensive lineman. That's the position I used to play, so I always kind of have a soft spot for those guys. And this guy just looked good. And he got hurt in the beginning of the season. In preseason, he got hurt. Well, one of the things that he said that was kind of on his bucket list for being an NFL football player is he always wanted to sack Lamar Jackson. He didn't care what else he did in his career. He wanted to sack Lamar Jackson. Well, it just so happens, here we are, 20-24. Ravens have the ball. There's about 1:38 left. They're driving. And not only does Kayvon Thibodeau sack Lamar Jackson, he strip sacks him. Giants get the ball and secure the fucking underdog win that they got this week. That is a fucking hell of a way. Dude went away in tears. He was straight up crying his eyes out. Fucking recorded it and was just like, this is insane. This is the best thing that could have happened to me. Like, this is everything I want. You know what I mean? Fucking so goddamn cool. So goddamn cool. I was so excited to see something like that as a Giants fan. So just wanted to point that out. But hell yeah. Oh, this was a dope play too. Okay, so if there was ever a play I was going to break down, Blaise Cassie. Okay, let's. I ate that bitch up thinking it was for me. Oh, fuck yeah, was it good? He said he liked it. LOL, he's in mom's room. Oh, okay. He threw me a thumbs up. Nice. Look at the homies. What up, Shy? Hell yeah. So, Blaise Cassie, whatever. I've been talking about this a lot. I want to break down plays. I'm not going to break this one down a ton, but watch this fucking play, y'all. I'm going to play it. Saquon Barkley takes the run. You know, the overrated Saquon Barkley that Cassie was just talking shit on. And then he intentionally slides here and goes down. But it's 2nd and 5. Why not just go in for the touchdown? It's only 1:19 left. You're up by 4 points. You get a touchdown, now you're up by 10. Extra point makes it 11. That's still a 2-possession lead. You would think that's enough. But it's Lamar Jackson. There's no reason to fucking tempt fate. Saquon Barkley knows that. He sees the end zone and goes, I'm not going to get this touchdown. I don't need to stat pad myself. I'm going to go down because I just got the first down. I see that right there. There's the first down marker right here, right? So Saquon sees that, sees he's beyond that, takes the first down, stays in bounds, lets the clock drain. Now they have to use a timeout. And he's easily securing the win right there. That is such a fucking 200 IQ heads up play. Holy shit. I was blown away with it. That fucking man right there, Brian Daboll, Wink Martindale, good Lord. The coaching staff is insane this year, y'all. Oh, I haven't been this happy to be a Giants fan in a long time, y'all. It's been fucking miraculous every goddamn weekend. I love it. Hell yeah. So let's catch up. We got one more game to talk about before we go into some other segments. He should have just ran it in and got the touchdown, in my opinion. No, Shy. No, that would have been, you're right in thinking that, that's the simple idea, right? That's the better play, though. By going down, he keeps the clock running. He forces the Ravens to use another timeout. Now they have 4 more fucking downs that they could burn more clock with. All they have to do now is kneel the ball 3 times, game's over. That's all they had to do. No more worrying about your defense having to stop Lamar Jackson.
Interceptions.
Right. No mistakes to be made. You secure the game right there. Now you could just kneel it and go celebrate with your team in the locker room. That simple. So it was just a super fucking intelligent play that blew me away. I was like, man, that is such a goddamn good thing. Okay. Homies out here looking good. Just call me a simp for the homies. Hell yeah. What up, B-Dubs? How you doing, Doug? B-Dubs, have you seen? B-Dubs, have you seen? Good Lord. Good Lord, the craftsmanship by none other than Red Thunder 406. The newest DMG hat. I love it. Had to show it off real quick. You want to keep the clock running. It's the NFL meta now. Bunch of fuckers. Man, that's kind of true. If you have the lead, yeah. Blaze had to learn how to Madden last week. I mean, I guess, but that window is so small, and if they fucked up and the other team gains yards to their end, they're screwed. That's what I'm saying. They couldn't. They secured the game, Shy. When you're in that position, they now have 4 downs to burn both their timeouts and the rest of the clock. They have enough time to do that. All they have to do is hike the ball and kneel it. And that's what they did. That's called victory formation in football. Once you can secure the win by killing the rest of the clock because you have the downs to do so, you just do that and you win. That's it. That's the game. So he secured the game by doing that. It doesn't seem very smart originally, but when you break it down and you understand why he did it, it's the best thing he could have did. It was 100% brilliant. How was the Spice Chai cupcakes, Carnage? I didn't get to try one, buddy. I think it sounds like your dad ate it. I did that to Carnage while we played Madden. Hell yeah. That hat is fucking dope. Hell yeah. I mean, they out here looking dope as hell. I mean, I guess it's logical, but I rather points than running down the clock. Oh, is that because pay attention after? Is Cassie texting her? Is that what's happening?
I am looking. I told you I'm looking at my.
The Phillies game, huh?
Listen to me.
Right.
No, the chat because I can't. I don't have it on the computer.
Okay. Well, anyway.
Looking on my chat.
Oh fuck. San Fran and the Falcons. Yeah. So I don't really want to touch a ton on this game. Yeah, but I was gonna say, like, what's going on with these Falcons? Nutsack, I know we said it forever ago, but
totally climbing that hill, like
for real, like this is the same team that arguably could have been considered one of the worst offenses in the league for the last 2 years. Like they weren't looking good for a while. Suddenly they get rid of Matt Ryan. He goes and starts to do well with the Colts. At the same time, his old team is starting to do well with Marcus Mariota.
Oh, Marcus Mariota.
Yeah, everything's kind of coming together, and holy fuck. They beat the San Francisco 49ers, the very team that everyone was just like, these guys are like the 3rd, 4th best in the fucking league right now. What? I still don't see it, but whatever. So yeah, the Falcons just kind of showed up and what the hell was that play? I almost didn't see that play. That was a whole bunch of mistakes there. That's crazy. It was one game. No, I get it, dude, but the Falcons are 3-3, dog. Like, do you understand that? 3-3. When's the last time you can say the Falcons were 3-3? Like, look. It was only one game when the Giants went 1-0, but I lost my fucking mind. It was only 2 games when the Giants went 2-0. Still lost my mind. We finally lost one, and I was like, all right, we're humbled. And we haven't lost since. Like, I'm still losing my mind over this shit.
You know,
you got to take the small victories, dog. Your team is improving. Quick. That's a good thing.
Real quick, I just want to go back to the Giants. I'm sorry. Do you know now they have more wins right now than they did last season?
Mm-hmm. We already beat our record, and it's only week 6. Wild. Af and Cass are angels.
Oh,
don't pick on them. Thank you, Shy. LOL. Hear that, Carnage? Angels. Yeah, you right. Yeah, you right.
Don't you
2 of them were barely as a win. Yo, dog. It doesn't matter. A win is a win.
Yep.
That's all. Hey, it ain't about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and get back up. That's what the Falcons are proving themselves to be right now, man. I mean, in all seriousness, they're 2-3. Everyone's like, Falcons are the same old Falcons. But then they just show up and uppercut the fuck out of the 49ers and go, hey, you know this team that everyone's saying is the 3rd best in the league? We beat them. What's up now? Are we still the shit? I mean, are we still just dog shit? You know? That voice was a quick attempt at Rocky. Not a very good one, but good enough for everyone to know what the fuck I was talking about. Where did you go?
What
happened to your camera? What did you do?
I don't know.
God damn it, Afton.
I don't know what I did, guys. Can you hear me still?
Yeah, I can still hear you. What the fuck? Did you exit out of the goddamn link?
Maybe by accident. I was trying
to my God. Be right back, y'all.
I'm sorry, guys. I was trying to pull up so I don't have to keep looking at my phone. I'm sorry, guys. Technical difficulties.
We're back in our environment.
For real, we don't have
Blaze. We don't have Blaze.
Blaze.
I didn't have to be on camera. I gotta just
fuck that. You're the reason half people show up. What you mean? That's absolutely true. Are we back up? We're still. I haven't even left the fucking shit yet. I know there's an echo. What am I supposed to do about it right now? Hell no, you ain't. All right, but I can get you back up.
All right, guys, we're gonna try this again.
Vamp, talk about the fucking 49ers and Falcons.
So yeah, I mean, like, what is going on? The 49ers have been doing really, really well, and then the Falcons, they're slowly climbing that hill. They were predicting that I seen that San Fran, prior to
Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna lose you for 1 second. There we go.
Oh, we're not.
Now we're back.
We're
Okay. So shut your door. I hear echo. Yeah, she's a deep one. Carnage Crack, did you see some ass? Nice. How many people does it take to change a light bulb? Fuck off. Did you know the Eagles are 6-0? I know the Eagles are 6-0. I know. I miss Ryan. Do you really? I feel like you guys are doing better without him. Studio mode. Yeah, you're right. But what are you gonna do? So yeah, Falcons ended up pulling this one off. Did you see some ass? Nice. Yeah, I mean, what am I supposed to do? Be mad about it? Oh no, they see my butt crack. The world's ending. I don't give a fuck. You seen some ass? Good job. You got a nice show. Yeah. So yeah. Fucking Mariota and the Falcons pulled this one out. I should have got some water while I was up. Whatever. But that was that. Speaking of the Falcons, speaking of Matt Ryan, I believe we are now due for Afton's Out Cheer Player of the Week. Do you want to tell us all about that?
My player of the week?
Out Cheer Player of the Week.
We don't even have like what we had last
I know.
week.
It feels so fucking lame now because it's like, where's all the bells and whistles we had last week? Blaze, I got to get those transitions from you, dog.
Blaze. Oh, you got me saying that now. So my Out Cheer Player of the Week, pull up my stats real quick, is Matt Ryan. You'd be happy, nutsack. He put his team on his back and took it all the way.
So did you know that Matt Ryan passed Dan Marino for 7th all-time passing yards?
Crazy. So Ryan set a career high with 42 completions in the Colts' 34-27 win over Jacksonville. He completed 72.4% of his 58 passes for 389 yards. He had the highest passing rate for this week, with 3 touchdowns and no interceptions.
I'm sorry.
What did you do?
I banned Blaze. I timed him out.
Why?
Fuck him. He knows why. He knows what he did. That's all I'm going to say. Don't forget he passed Dan Marino. Yeah, that's what I just said. Passed Dan Marino for 7th of all time passing yards. But I'm sorry, continue. I got to unban Blaze. Oh, okay.
This is probably our worst show we've ever had.
Oh, nah. It's fine. It's fine. We're having a good old time.
Sorry, guys.
Anyway. So yeah, Matt Ryan, Out Cheer Player of the Week, and holy fuck did he deserve it. Like I said earlier, these guys played with their fucking hearts. Matt Ryan was no exception. For him to fucking, I did unban you, Dorcas. For him to fucking just show up and go nuts with the amount of yards and touchdowns that he put up and just everything. Fucking
that
put it all on his back and was like, I got this, y'all. I got to prove myself this game.
I can't believe, though, that that's his highest passing rate. Like, and he's been in the league, I think, was 12 years? 11 years? 12, 13 years? No, 14 years. That's right. I remember them saying 14 years he's been in the league.
That sounds about right.
He's never did that with the Falcons? Like, wow.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's not like they had a bad team. Fuck, they went to the Super Bowl one year. Almost won it. Almost.
We thought they won it.
Almost. And now it's time for blow crazy transition. Fucking brutal hits of the week. Hell yeah. So like I said earlier, we had fucking flying edition of Brutal Hits of the Week. I just realized I have to look into that parking ticket or that fucking traffic ticket. Holy shit. Him and Pittman look like Reggie Wayne and Manning. Yeah. Shut up.
Get on him, Cassie. Get him. His card, everything. Get him.
Are you done? Here we go. We got the first one coming from the Washington and Chicago game. And here's something fun. We got to watch this game with Blaze and Cassie. So that's a good time. Anyway.
Blaze really watched it on his own. On his own.
Scary Terry goes for a bit of a flying kick there. Like, it's kind of funny. I think we get to see it again. I think they throw it one more time in slow motion. So it's a jet sweep. Terry McLaurin goes on a jet sweep and just kind of gets clipped and goes flying into another Bears guy. It's fun. Look at that. Airborne. Actually loses the football in the middle of the air and then catches it and brings it back down. Hell of a hit, but Scary Terry is called Scary Terry for a reason. So fun hit, but yeah. Next up, we have the Broncos and Chargers. As promised earlier, I told you I'd get a clip from this game. Okay, so Russell Wilson kind of, whatever. We're not going to talk about that right now. The Broncos are whatever they are. But one thing that's not bad with the Broncos is their fucking defense. And holy shit, they wanted to get out some aggression here. Look here. On the screenplay, guy goes right past the blocker and just hammers this guy. Again, lifting him up off the ground, just kind of sending him airborne. Next one. We got a few this week, y'all. So here's a fun little series of one that I put together this week. This one we're going to call the Christian McCaffrey block. All right. There's a couple of them here. Christian McCaffrey got his ass kicked this week. First big hit. He runs. He gets body slammed. Compliments of Captain Insano. Good Lord. Look at this fucking hit. Power bomb. Oh, fuck. So that's the first one. Next one, he's got right here. Takes a little quick fucking thing and goes airborne. A little quick screen pass. Gets lifted up and dropped out of fucking thin air by who the hell was that? Was that what's his name? Yeah, Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey just comes over and, like Nutsack said, just fucking laid the hit stick out on him. Christian McCaffrey, just all-time fucking running back that was always compared to the very overrated Saquon Barkley. Not getting it done this year. They didn't win, but I got to give the homie some credit. Because there was this one play he had where Christian McCaffrey just summoned up all the fucking demons, all the juices, all the hits that he took this fucking game and was like, watch this. Come on. Get the fuck out of my way. He just unleashed the wrath of God on this man.
He is overpaid. He hasn't really done too much. Like, he hasn't went off yet this year. Like how you're used to, well, and he's injured all the time as well. Same thing with like Saquon. He gets injured a lot.
So that's the Christian McCaffrey block. I do have one more play to show you guys, though.
Speaking of Carolina, we didn't touch base, but while you're on the screen, so the receiver, Robbie Anderson, if any of y'all watched the game on Sunday, they showed a clip of him getting into an altercation with his coach. And then the next day is wild that it said he was traded. He was traded to the Arizona Cardinals because Marquise Hollywood Brown got injured. But it's just wild because this narrative is that, you know, he hated it in Carolina. Like, he did not like Baker Mayfield. Him and Baker Mayfield did not get along.
And he's not even that great of a player neither. Like, Robbie Anderson has been on the fucking downward spiral for a couple of years now. So it's wild that there's even so much commotion happening with him. But who knows? Maybe he'll find a good landing spot in Arizona because
Carolina. He hates it, and he literally, like, I was looking it up, like, he does not like Baker Mayfield. Supposedly, rumor has it. A lot of people don't like him.
We'll see what happens. Anyway, like I said, I have one more play for the brutal hits of the week. This one's a fun one, kind of, sort of. It's a little sad, but it's anyway. Broncos and Chargers. Guy goes out of bounds on a kick return, but what's this? Did anyone catch that? Let's watch again. The Chargers guy goes out of bounds, but the Broncos defenders right here, look at 94. He keeps going right into the fucking guy on this in the stadium worker. And now both 94 and the stadium worker are slow to get up. They both got hurt. I don't know what the fuck kind of steel this stadium worker is made out of, but he just fucking took out a... Oh, shit. I usually don't play...
Because I can totally see that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really like him. Crusted a clown looking mofo. Yeah, that's got to be fucking Baker Mayfield. But yeah, so this was just kind of wild shit.
Because he kind of has the hair like crusty, like his hair is done like crusty.
But anyway, that's Carnage's brutal hits of the week. Let's head over to the main scene. And
you have to go out on a stretcher.
yeah, he got fucked up.
Jeez.
He got fucked up. So what games do we have to look forward to in week 7?
Well, my Bills are on a bye. So
Thursday night game should be kind of cool. Saints and Cardinals.
Saints and Cardinals, okay.
Yeah. Saints have been Cardinals have a lot to prove. I'm pretty sure this is the first week DeAndre Hopkins is coming back. So it should be a pretty big game for the Cardinals. Cardinals should win that one. Browns Ravens division game. That's fun. Buccaneers Panthers. Tom Brady's going to fucking go nuts.
They've lost 2 in a row.
Yeah. Falcons Bengals. That'll be a good test for them. Lions Cowboys. We've already talked about that. That could be a good test for both teams, honestly. Giants Jaguars. Which team is going to be playing with more heart? Packers Commanders. Can the Packers lose 3 in a row? Let's hope.
Well, Taylor Heineke is going to be the quarterback for that because Carson Wentz, surprise, got injured.
Good Lord. Colts Titans. Silent Mace, for your sakes, I hope so, but I kind of want to see Matt Ryan do good now. Texans Raiders. If the Raiders don't win that one, don't bother watching them for the rest of the year. Jets Broncos. The Jets are going to fucking demolish the Broncos. I mean, Russell Wilson has his hands full there. What's up? I'm sorry. I'm kind of going fast.
Speaking of Tennessee, okay, now I remember. Did you know that Vrabel sent out an email?
Vrabel.
I can never say his name right. Sent out an email to all the coaches and talking about the referees that they need to do like better training and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah. It's true. The refs are terrible.
Yeah.
Slasher Cave, you too, buddy.
You too. Have a good night.
Yeah, so we'll see. But Jets Broncos, like I said, Jets should pull that one out. Should have a field day with the Broncos. Chiefs and 49ers would be a good one.
Chiefs and 49ers, yeah.
It's in San Fran.
Win that though. Well, I don't know.
We'll see. San Fran's supposed to have that crazy good defense. We'll see. Seahawks Chargers. I think the Seahawks are taking that one. Seahawks are looking pretty decent with Geno Smith.
Yeah, but the Chargers haven't looked that bad either last couple games.
Steelers Dolphins for the Sunday night game. If Tua comes back that game, whew.
A blowout.
Well, Steelers defense is scary.
He might be rusty. So yeah, but what's his name? Is he back?
TJ Watt.
TJ Watt, yeah.
No, I don't think so. And then Monday night games, Bears Patriots. Yeah. So there's a couple cool ones to watch. No Eagles game this week. They're on a bye. Bills are on a bye, as you said. I don't know who else is on a bye. I haven't really looked, but yeah, this is going to be the regular rotation of games. That little amount of games every week now. I hate bye weeks. It's boring. I always want all the teams to play, but can't happen that way, I guess. But anyway,
day off, you know.
Yeah, a week. They get a whole week off.
Well, anyways, thank you guys so much for joining us.
Oh yeah.
And I guess stay tuned for us.
Can we talk a little bit about the Halloween event real quick?
That's what I was just getting into.
Okay.
I was gonna say stay tuned to see what we do for Halloween. Halloween
event. Hell yeah. Yeah, so we actually have a couple cool things planned for the Halloween event. One being all the cool streams you're going to see, a Hail Mary stream, like we said already, we're going to have a Hail Mary stream. Obviously, we're going to have a week of football. Why wouldn't we? I don't know exactly what we're going to do. We're talking about possibly having some fun things to talk about that are kind of spooky a little bit and football related. So stay tuned for that. A ton more Halloween stuff. Too much to mention right now, honestly. Check out the Discord. There's a ton of fucking information about all of it.
He's booked for this Halloween event.
I am. It's true. Forgot to upload that video, doing it now. Hell yeah, brother. Meanwhile, we are going to raid one of the members that will be joining us with the Halloween event and having their very own stream for it, Mr. Elder Mohawk.
I give it up to the homie. He's always out here, always streaming, and then when he's not streaming, he's always out here supporting the homies.
So right now he's actually playing Mortuary Assistant.
Oh.
Fun little Halloween game already.
Yeah.
I know Blaze and Cassie know I've been playing it lately, and this shit looks nutty. So
love you, Cassie.
Hell yeah, Cassie. Hell yeah. Fucking. So let's go check out the homie right now. Thank you guys so much for the support. Appreciate y'all. Until next week. See what happens in week 7. Be sure to watch, everyone. Should be a good time. Later.
Go Phillies. Sorry, Bubs. Had to say that.
Shout outs to the fucking YouTube guys.
Yes. Thank you for watching. Wow.
Hell yeah.
Peace.